I grew up on the family farm. I mean, there's nothing quite like the smell of freshly tilled soil. My father's vision for the family farm was to pass it on to the next generation. I'm of retirement age myself, and today we're seeing less and less young people entering the farming life. So as a nation, we have a huge challenge. The history of our farm goes back 4 generations. My father was 4 years old when he came to this country as an immigrant. It was a family effort to put enough money aside to buy a 20-acre vineyard, and that was the beginning of our roots as raisin growers. My grandfather never wanted to use chemicals in his farming practices, so we were one of the first farming families in California to become certified.
Can I have one, please?
Yeah.
The succession part of my farming experience has been a concern of mine. I'll give you one.
The average age of a farmer is a little over 58 years old, and many of the children are moving on to being lawyers, doctors, and so forth, and has no one to pass the family farm down to. Today it is very difficult to enter into the agricultural game due to the cost to purchase farmland. Many students graduating from college have student loans and already have debt that they need to pay down.
Yeah, you may fuel it up here.
Top it off. My dad's told me a bunch of times that if there wasn't anyone in the family that wanted a farm today, he'd be looking to sell and retire. Unfortunately, you do see a lot of that today, and typically it's a large corporation that purchases that land.
Family farms are necessary for organic production because it takes extra effort to farm organically. A little extra tender, loving care, you might say.
For me personally, farming's in my blood, and at a young age, I think Dad saw that I wanted to follow in their footsteps.
My son Robert is the hands-on manager, and I feel very fortunate that 3 of my children decided to be part of a family legacy.
A few years ago, we were running our grape harvester. I told my dad, I said, hey, why don't we recycle our food-grade hydraulic oil and use it to lubricate our chains and to provide lubricant for our hydraulic system. All right, Brian, you're set, buddy. My dad says, you sure this is gonna work out, Robert? And I says, yeah, let's give it a whirl, you know?
I have a daughter, Christina. She works with Robert, taking care of some of the other management areas.
Now that I've been out here for several years, he trusts me. He has me paying bills and handling the books. We had typewriters still here when I came. Well, the typewriters are gone. Everyone has a computer now.
I have another son that recently got involved, Richard.
Consumers are starting to appreciate organic. It's something that we've been trying to promote.
It's a good feeling to see your next generation follow in your footsteps.
One day as my kids get older, it'd be nice to have them join me on the family farm. These grapes are gonna turn into raisins, right? We're gonna hand-pick these, put them on a paper tray, and make raisins out of them, right?
Grapes have developed nicely this season. You're doing a good job, Rob. Encouraging young people to enter agriculture should be a high priority on the national agenda. As the population grows, we're going to have more ways of producing food, new technologies. So that's where innovative young farmers really come into the picture.